Welcome, Cosmic Light Collective. Welcome this evening. Thank you for your attention, your support, your direction, your guidance, your collaboration, your respect, and your unconditional love as we move through this journey in sometimes awkward fashions. I know that you are going to be speaking about deliberation, and I very much look forward to what you're going to share. And here are some of our questions relating to that topic. Is deliberation a way to stay calm in discussion and problem solving? Is deliberation a path to liberation? Is being deliberate the same as being intentional? And is deliberation the language of the soul? Do we need to be deliberate to make change? And is deliberation futile with those who do not respect us or you, especially from the start? So we very much look forward to your answers. Taking a drink, and here we go. Beloved ones, it is wonderful to be in your presence and to honor the commitment to service and the commitment to evolutionary development that we collectively share. It is this commitment that unifies us in most aspects of our being. Because all of us, in one way or another, will be utilized in service. And so as we commit to that service and we unite around that service, we can't but help to really get to know each other. Because different parts of our being are required at different times of the journey. And so we learn about each other. We grow with, through, and for each other. And we discover opportunities and realities that we would never find on our own because of our own limitations of expression dimensionally, even in physical reality. So we come to you with the word deliberation to flush it out in its many aspects and to create it and to allow it to become a foundational tool for the movement forward. Now, last week we talked about your responsibilities, and we moved into the seriousness of service. Today we take it a step further by really understanding how deliberation allows that service to unfold through the sanctity of that commitment. That's a very big, big sentence. And we will break it down step by step because the sentence is so large that it requires dissection. When we talk about sanctifying life, we're talking about the evolution of creation. Life's mere existence is a holy gift. When you embrace the holiness of being alive, because creation made you, there is an innate sanctity to the food that you eat, to the ground that you walk on, to the air that you breathe, to the beings with whom you come into contact. None of this was willy-nilly. All of this was deliberately created. And in the deliberate creation of multiple forms of existence, life was sanctified by its own birth. When all of you parents on the call, when you held your child in your arms for the first time, was that not one of the most holy moments of your life? If you held the hand of someone who was dying and transitioning into their next dimensional experience, is that not one of the most sanctified moments of your life? It's not merely the birth and the death experiences that we need to honor as holy. It's everything that happens in between, which we in general take for granted. But moving forward into the seriousness of the evolution that is occurring on this planet, unless the sanctity of life on earth is deliberately regarded as valued, meaningful, and of urgent purpose, you will continue to destroy each other and the planet. Now, this is not to say that the way that the religious consider holy is the way that we're talking about the sanctification of life. Muir Woods, standing in Muir Woods or the sequoias, is an outdoor cathedral. You don't have to be in a church to experience the magnificence of creation. You can be in a submarine going through the bowels of the Mariana Trench and feel as much a cathedral under the ocean as you do above it. Sanctifying life can be a moment that occurs in a grocery store or a gas station. There's no limitation on where holiness appears or is experienced, because life itself is a holy expression of the creative force of love. If you understand that you were deliberately created, that in the deliberation that went on within the mind and the heart of the Creator, the choice was to sanctify existence. Once that deliberate choice was made to sanctify existence by creating it, the act of evolution began and has never since stopped. The act of evolution began when creation sanctified the expression of life force in any way that it manifests. Deliberation is powerful. It's an extremely powerful process because it's born out of commitment and created through unification. You can't be deliberate and be confused. You can't be deliberate and questioning the people that you're with. In deliberation, you are focused, you are committed, you are unified, and you are empowered to support the expression of life unfolding. Deliberations always lead to outcomes. You don't just deliberate and dissolve. You deliberate and direct. You direct a movement. You direct an activity. You direct a way of being. Deliberation is a powerful tool of consciousness ascending into the reality of doing, into the reality of doing. Consciousness ascending into the reality of doing. Deliberation is all about action. Those who deliberate must deliver. Lawyers don't go before a judge so they don't make a decision. They go before a judge and argue their case so that there is an outcome. There is a judgment. Something happens that directs the future of the lives of both parties. As you walk the trajectory of evolutionary development, as you walk this trajectory throughout the month of April as simply an introductory experience, you are deliberately moving your feet, your mouth, your eyes, your body, your heart, and your mind. You're very deliberate about where you're going, how you're going there, with whom you are going there, and why. Those are deliberate questions that require deliberate answers that become lived experiences that affect those in your world. You have been introduced to the primary members of your monadic family that are most greatly impacting this incarnation, your incarnation on the earth. They have come forward for you now to help you understand the deliberate nature of their visit. They have come to inform, inspire, explain, describe, unfold, and support your primary missions and journey in this earthly incarnation that is connected to what they are doing in their environments. You are working on similar projects, just in different venues. They're sharing their expertise with you, and they will ask you to share your expertise with them. And you have expertise because you are living here. You are having the experience of sanctified or desecrated life on earth, and you're able to share your knowledge, your experience, and the wisdom that you have gained by living on this celestial being in this solar system of the Milky Way galaxy. Deliberation takes conversation to a new level of efficacy. You're not shooting the breeze with each other. You are deeply considering the facets and aspects of your lives that require intervention or celebration or both. Deliberation, because it's committed to the evolutionary journey and unified around that goal, has no desire to control, impress, or prove. Very important. No desire to control, impress, or prove. You are deliberating with these monadic expressions of yourself in an equal state as colleagues, living this monadic experience and learning through it. The service is the key. And in that service, there is no pressure to deliver. There is the deliberation into understanding what needs to happen that will simultaneously support all. We know that you are enjoying this connection because it's so safe, so secure, very calming, and quite engaging. Because no one is trying to do anything other than love, serve, understand, and support. You know the motto, each to the other, whole and complete, for enlightened relationships. This motto, each to the other, whole and complete, is a deliberation credo. We deliberately choose to unite around serving each other in our commitment to evolutionary excellence. Another definition of enlightened relationship. And so we are deliberate with you every week. And we ask that you grow into becoming much more deliberate with each other and honoring the circles of deliberation in your own lives that extend beyond our Ascension community. Remember that there is no proving, there is no pressure, there's no having to perform in a deliberation. There is collegial collaboration to serve in the best ways possible out of the commitment that already exists to honoring the sanctity of the life that you are currently leading. Honoring the sanctity of the life that you are currently leading. Now in this moment, settle into the presence of your monadic expressions and feel into the sanctity of their experiences. Just allow yourself to relax into that. It's going to feel different than what you consider as normal holiness. But that's the point of this exercise. So relax into that now. We'll give you some quiet time to feel, become aware, embrace this new sensation, this galactic sensation of the sanctity of life. There you go. Relax into it. Notice how your monadic expressions have melted into you, so that you are feeling them, knowing them, understanding them in a way you have not previously been able to do. Feel the awareness of need, purpose, space, reality, a knowingness of just how vast our galaxy is. Feel that knowingness penetrate the intelligence of your auric field. Deliberately educating you, informing you about the nature, some of it, of multidimensional realities. Notice how safe, how respectful, and how attentive you and they are to each other. And breathe in the depth of this consideration, the vastness of this deliberate experience. To awaken an understanding of the sanctity of life in expression. Now it's your turn. Through your soul's auric field, send a beam from your heart to these monadic expressions of you, and on that beam from your heart, share 3 of the most profound moments of your life with them. They can be happy ones, sad ones, scary ones. 3 most profound moments of your life. Send that information as experience on this beam of your heart into their presence. Just 3 profound experiences. In doing this, feel how deliberate you are about identifying sanctifying moments of your life and deliberately expressing them. And become aware of how eagerly your monadic expressions are absorbing these experiences and learning from and through them. through the activation of your galactic subtle body, you are quite capable of this level of interaction with your monadic expressions. We would ask you to complete that transmission now. And we encourage you to reconnect with these parts of your own galactic being beyond the end of this evening's session. This is the introduction to these parts of you. Now you have the opportunity to deliberately develop a relationship with these monadic aspects of yourself who need your assistance as much as you need theirs. The question that you asked about deliberation and liberation is interesting. From the galactic perspective, you don't need to be liberated. You are already on your evolutionary path. What you are deliberating about is how you're walking that path, where, when, with whom, opportunities, missions, service projects. You're deliberating about the journey. You've already been liberated to walk it. The liberation that you require is from your ego. You are already in the soul's position of being able to deliberate on the direction that the journey is taking you. So there's a difference between one and the other. And we would say that your monadic expressions help the soul, right? Because your monad is consisting of 12 soul members, right? So those 12 aspects of your soul family, of which you are one, so there are 11 others that are learning and growing. They are the 12 soul families, those 12 members of your soul family, they create one of those monadic expressions. So the monad is learning from all 12 parts of your soul family, and those 12 soul families come together to create the monad. So you have a lot more understanding of everything that's happening, not just within your human incarnation in one soul group, but being able to connect to 11 other members, or to that particular monadic expression that's helping you to go, wow, you really came here to figure out what creativity does in a lower level expression. Or, wow, you've really discovered what it's like to be in conditional love and find your way out of it. I mean, it can be anything. But the point is, there's more than just you working on it, and now you get to consciously deliberate on the best ways to produce outcomes that unite you in love and your commitment to serve through the evolution of life, whether it's on earth or anywhere else in the galaxy. And those concepts, the unification and the service, right? They are cohering concepts that immediately draw you into what you are doing together. There's nothing pulling you apart. There's everything unifying you, drawing you closer together. And so as you step into April, we're giving you this opportunity, this introduction, to begin these conscious relationships, these deliberate relationships that are multidimensional and within your own scope of existence, to help you navigate new ways of being that were unknown even to your soul's understanding of what it's here for. Because your soul is just one part of a larger family that's part of the monad. So this is like graduating and going to graduate school, where you get much more information, awareness, understanding, research, process, exploration. But it's unlike school in that it's not separate from life. You don't just leave it and study and then enter life. It's the school of life. Unfolding, expressing itself in deliberate ways. We're going to answer some of your questions now as you get comfortable with this vast experience that you are consciously, physically having. Yes, deliberation will keep you calmer, will keep you more focused, because again, nobody's proving anything, there's no pressure, there's no need to perform. You're there to serve in love and unite around a common journey. So we would say that for a human being, intentional can be very, very much a egotistic experience. I intend to make money, I intend to get married, I intend to have children, I intend to take a vacation, there's many things that people intend. And some they do and some they don't. With deliberation, you've gone beyond the intent to create a physical manifestation out of whatever that intent was. Many people have intentions that never go anywhere, but people who are very deliberate create. You can say that an intention is part of a deliberation, but it is not, it is separate. Deliberation goes much deeper than intentionality. And intentionality can be manipulated to any degree in the way that we're speaking about deliberation, because deliberation is always focused on the commitment to serve, unifying life as sanctified, and serving that unified life in its evolutionary journey. So there's nothing there that the ego can even understand how to manipulate. It is so far beyond the ego's reach when we are talking about the deliberation this evening. But intentionality, the ego can play with that all it wants. You see a lot of intentionality in people who use the laws of attraction. But the laws of attraction do not always deliver in the way that we're speaking about, because the ego gets involved, or the level of access to the auric field is limited, right? So that makes a difference in terms of manifestation. So we wouldn't say that deliberation is the language of the soul. What we would say is that the deliberations that occur in soul families and through the monad encourage graceful evolutionary trajectories for soul families and monadic experiences. That's the way that we would describe this. To make change, you ask, do you have to be deliberate to make change? So there's a lot of people who make changes by accident, who fall into it. Some of those changes are good and some of those changes aren't. To be conscious about crafting your life rather than having your life happen to you requires deliberation. When we talk about uniting, even uniting your hopes and dreams, thoughts, feelings, memories, and physical body, uniting your whole field around your commitment to evolve into a soul-embodied human being, even doing that kind of uniting requires deliberate action on your part to cohere and align those subtle bodies around a common goal. So deliberation delivers, crafts, sculpts your experience of life itself. And in that sculpting, in those choices, in that sculpting, change happens that sanctifies your life, that honors your existence, that celebrates the journey. It's thoughtful, it's aware, it's considerate, it's open, and it's inspired. So the question about, is deliberation futile with those who do not respect you? So remember that deliberation, as we're speaking about it, only occurs with the aspects of yourself and your being that are already committed to the journey, unified in that passion, and committed to seeing its manifestation. So you can't deliberate without respect. So the truth is, deliberation, in the way we're talking about it in the terms of the sanctification of life, this deliberation is access to vast multidimensional experiences within your own trajectory of evolution that provide the guidance, the navigation, and the support for the expansion of every aspect of your being that you know and that you don't know. Now, deliberation on a third dimensional level, such as with a union or in a court or in a board meeting, that's not necessarily going to be respectful. It could be, but it's not necessarily going to be. And many times those deliberations are placed, they happen because both parties need a safe and somewhat neutral environment in which to at least express the futility that they've experienced. People don't end up in court because they solved a problem. They ended up in court because it was futile for them to try to figure it out themselves. Negotiations, diplomacy in the third dimensional world do not sanctify life. They bargain with it. That's not what we're introducing to you this evening. And so we're offering you an opportunity to transcend the experience of deal making and bargaining and manipulation as a means to an end, to actually open up to the experience of respectful exploration, adventure. Yes, solution seeking, but from a very expanded vision with evolutionary development as the ultimate goal. Many times you need to have experiences that are challenging and difficult to learn the tools that take you into that expansive place. Deliberating with your soul and your monadic expressions allows you to download the courage and the support and the strength and the awareness to understand what you're participating in that's worth it, that you're all united around, that you're all committed to, that will lead to something really quite beautiful. To deliberate in this soulful fashion requires that you show up where you are as you are with what you know, ready to receive information about what you don't, so that you can use it to make more informed choices. For this evening and for the next week, we're going to ask you to simply just deliberate with your own soul, with these monadic expressions. Deliberate with your saints and your sages. Deliberate with the angels. Deliberate with those in your Ascension community. Have discussions, explore. Don't take this concept and apply it to 3D life yet, because it won't make sense until we take some other steps that allow you to understand how to transition the energy into the earth plane. But you can't transition energy into the earth plane that you've never experienced. So that's why we are opening up this experience of multidimensional deliberation, so that we can then work with it in the months ahead. It is a wonderful thing, is it not? To be so respected, to be considered so holy and so valuable as an expression of creation, that others choose to deliberate in how to best help you along your journey, committed to your evolution as much as you are. And that is us, the Cosmic Light Collective, here with you every week, deliberating on how we are going to support the evolution of all life on earth, sanctifying it, honoring it, supporting it, and in some ways, stabilizing it. We hope you have enjoyed this evening's transmission. We know that you've enjoyed the connections that you've made, and we know that you will continue to make them, and more will occur. It is a treasure to be committed to the love through which all creation expresses itself. That was a deliberate act that continues every moment. So at this time, we're going to allow your monadic expressions to return to their home worlds, nebulas, star systems. And we're going to feel the aqua bubble settle back into the aqua galactic star beneath the apex of the lower pyramid. You're going to feel the clear light move from the physical cells through the memories, feelings, thoughts, hopes, and dreams into the edges and faces of the octahedron. And as that's occurring, the big soul's beam, filled with the clear light, is moving from the monadic sun through the galactic masculine and feminine to the crown chakra, through the third eye, the mouth of God, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, the root, the gender unity chakra, through the shoulders and the hips, the elbows and the knees, the wrists and the ankles, the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet, and back into the soul star. You're going to feel the beam from the soul star, beam from the galactic star rise through the solar system star and return to the soul star beneath your feet. You're feeling the clear light moving through the filament, through the edges and faces, and back into the planetary grid. And now collapse the upper pyramid, collapse the lower pyramid, and place the flat plane back into your heart chakra. What a lovely evening. These relationships will continue to unfold, and we're so excited to have so much more of you present and available for the journey. The family has grown tonight, and we hope you have enjoyed meeting each other. Until next week, enjoy the love.
To mute conference participants, press 1. To mute conference, all participants are unmuted.
How's everybody doing?
Fine. Feeling a bit blown away.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yes, very cool.
How big the family is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super duper neat. Super duper neat. So, I just have a couple of announcements. So, the Patreon page is up. Thank you, Maricel. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Vicky. If you're having trouble getting on, I know Chrissy was having trouble getting on. The link does work because I tried it, but you can also get onto patreon.com itself and just look up Shine the Light. I am continuing to work out the kinks, so Maricel just told me I sent a sound file that didn't go through yet. I will figure out how to fix that. Please be patient as I will make sure everything gets up there and works, but I am learning a new system, so please be patient with me. I will figure it out. And I am going through the St. Patrick's Day transmission, and oh my gosh, is that just so huge and so long. So that will get done. That will be the next one that you will receive, but that is taking more hours than I had anticipated. So I will deliver. I will deliberately deliver. It's just
There
gonna
you go.
it's just gonna take me a little bit longer than I anticipated. Fridays an activation, so anyone who wants to join, you're more than welcome. It's a lovely experience that's on its way. But this far out, oh my God, this was like way, way beyond. I mean, Friday's really lovely, but this was like, oh my gosh. Anyway, and just wanted to let people know if you want to sign up for readings for May 2nd, let me know. And I do want to say that I am offering customized gem elixir water bottles, which means that I will download the stones that are necessary for you, and they go into a very, very well done glass water bottle that also is programmed with the flower of life on it. So I just wanted to let you know that those are on their way. And it's a glass bottle with a polystyrene holder, and anyway, so that's the newest thing that I have for everybody, and it feels so good to have that water. I just can't stop drinking it, so I wanted to offer it to everybody else. I tried it out, it was a good experience, and so now I'm offering it to others. And does anybody else have any announcements before the person who's going to lead our healing chamber next week volunteers? You like how
I'm going to volunteer.
Yay, Chrissy!
Yay!
Yay, Chrissy! Do you like how I slid that in there? Did I do that good? Did I do that really good?
Thank you. I've been thinking I need a bunch of cheerleaders, so there you go.
Well, you've got...
All so awesome.
Yes, you got them in us. We will cheer you on for sure. Anybody else have any announcements?
I just had a question. What was the name of that grocery store where you got it?
Oh, it was a Stop and Shop. It was a Stop and Shop in South Orange.
South Orange. Okay, thank you.
Sure. And thank you all for being supportive and being patient as I work out this Patreon program. It is a learning curve, so I really very much appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're doing great. You're really good.
Yeah.
You know what? I can't
You're doing so well.
I can't see what it looks like because it won't show me.
That link, would you just send us the link again, please? I would really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I have to
Maybe that.
Kathy, I send the link again. Okay, sure.
I'll send you this link. It looks really good.
All right, great. And
You say, I'm sorry,
go ahead.
you say that we pre-order the water bottle? Or?
No, it's for May 2nd. If you want one, you can get it on May 2nd. And if you want one and you want me to do it for you, book a reading. Because if you don't want me to do it if I do it for you, I take you through everything that's happening. If you're just going to buy the water bottle, all I'm going to do is pick the stones, stick them in an envelope, and tell you what to do. But I'm not going to do it for you.
Right.
So that's part of it.
Okay, so
And remind us how we book a reading.
You just tell me, and you just call me or text me, and I have the list for. I have it for Deborah. I have it for Angel Artist Angel Artist. I have it for Angel Artist. Angel Artist, and then I have it for me. Yes.
ballpark, how much money should we bring that day for the water bottle, the reading, and everything?
So the water bottle is $80, and that includes all the stones that go in. So that's in there. If you want a reading and you want me to do the water bottle, you'll get more than the water bottle in your reading. So the reading is $25, but the water bottle itself is $80. That includes the stones. And I literally you can have $35 of stones in that water bottle, or you can have $5 of stones in the water bottle. I don't know what that's going to be, but it's included in the price.
Right. Okay. All right, thank you.
Sure. All right, everybody, enjoy this beautiful weather, and thanks for all your support and your love.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Love
Thank
you.
you.
All right, good night. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Laura.
You are welcome.